I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. Nye Mera joins me. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
Absolutely. I'm Nye Mera, a bartending managing chimera at the Devil's Nest. I play games, I sing a little bit. Just a kind of a jack of all trades.
Yeah. So, are you doing any like singing streams right now?
Not currently. I've been so busy with Celeste Arian's our first year concert.
Yeah.
Getting stuff in time for that.
Yeah.
Which I'm very excited for.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's a lot of people are putting in a lot of effort for it, and I'm very excited to see how it all comes out.
Me too. I'm going to have Celeste back on to talk about it before it gets on there. So, yeah, because I know that they're putting a lot of effort into it, and a lot of folks that I've already talked to have said that they're going to be a big part of it. And I am very interested in seeing how this turns out. How excited are you to be a part of it?
Honestly, because I used to be a part of Arium, but no longer am. I was nervous that and obviously I wouldn't have taken it personally if they said, "Hey, you can't be in because you're no longer in Arium."
Mm-hmm.
But she was very sweet. She was like, "Yeah, you're more than welcome to be a part of it." So I was very happy. I've coordinated 2 different group songs. And there were a few bumps along the way, but I think it came out pretty nice.
Yeah, cool. So that'll be coming up soon, and we'll have Sarah on talk about it a little later. So, you're a singer? Are you a singer and a coordinator, or what is your music background?
Yeah, in both songs, I have a duet with someone, and then we've got a 4-person song.
Yeah,
I sing in both of them.
Now your background as far as singing goes. Do you sing on stage? Have you sung on stage?
So since I was in about 7th grade, when I was like 12, 13, I've been in musical theater. So I have that bit of experience, but singing for musical theater is very different singing like for a cover or anything. You've got to it's tonally different.
Yes.
So when I went over to just singing for covers occasionally, I was like, I need to change the way I sing because this just does not sound right.
Yeah. You have to, when you're on a stage, even just talking is different. You have to,
yeah,
you really have to project and sometimes you have to over emote to get
definitely, and that's a big part of VTubing as well.
Yeah, it is. It's a huge part. No matter what's happening with the model and how reactive the model is, and you see some people with just unbelievably reactive models.
Right.
It's still not going to be any good unless you can vocalize along with it, and it doesn't have to be the most perfect voice. Just
right.
It just you got to create a picture too while you're doing it. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. And again, they don't have to have the most perfect voice. In radio, you could kind of get away with it a little bit if you had a good voice and you just read what was in front of you.
I've actually recently gotten into some voice acting stuff. So
oh yeah, well I can
trust
see that.
me, I get that.
Yeah, I can see that right now. I mean, I hear that right now, actually. Yeah, and a lot of folks I've talked to here have some incredible voices, really. And some of them aren't your Joe generic, Jan generic, or whatever generic voice. But that might be the voice they're looking for.
Exactly.
So
I'm in a project with Nusumu Aku and Belkis Camino. And they have their regular speaking voice, obviously already very nice, but the voices they can do, they have so much range, and it's insane.
Yeah, they're both very silly.
Very, very silly people.
Yes. I'll get that out there right now, folks. You can check out their interviews. They're very silly people.
Definitely.
And we enjoy that very much. So now that you've gone on to um, gone on from Arium, what types of streams are you going to be doing now?
I mainly play games. Recently I've been ranking the Sonic Crossworlds interactions,
Mm,
which I haven't played Crossworlds myself. I don't have it yet.
mm.
Um, but I've been a big Sonic fan since I was like 6 or 7. So it's kind of just like in my blood at this point.
Get me the Sonic plushie, please.
Yeah, I actually don't think I had my first Sonic plushie until this year, actually.
Yeah. Well, my grandson has started to get into Sonic now.
Yeah.
He's 9 and now he wants to run fast. So yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Unfortunately, right now he needs that because he kind of runs like he's one of those wacky waving inflatable guys.
Oh.
Now you get him on wheels,
Oh.
he's got great balance. He's wonderful on wheels, roller skates, bicycle, anything. But
Right.
it's like stick to the drive-in, son.
Yeah.
Drive your grandpa around somewhere. Um, so for you, what got you into VTubing in the first place? Was it that kind of being on stage bug you had
Honestly,
before?
yeah. So before this, I was a Kai Guy idol. I still kind of am. I perform every now and then.
Whoa.
And I was thinking like, performing at conventions, very fun. But I never was confident enough to sing in front of a live audience.
Mm,
Like just doing karaoke with friends, I'm shaking the
yeah,
entire time.
I know.
Um,
Yeah,
so if I'm like on a stream doing it, it's much different. I don't have to worry about like immediate responses if
yeah,
I mess up.
yeah.
Um, and anytime I do a karaoke stream, I will like pre-establish at the very beginning my voice will crack. I'm still working on my voice, and
Mhm.
obviously no one's voice is going to be perfect,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's very it's a journey. And um yeah, it what got me into VTubing is just the prospect. I think I can't remember um which Hololive member I saw. I saw their 3D live, and I was like,
oh,
that is what I want to do.
yeah,
I want to do that.
yeah,
I want to be able to perform for as many people as possible because I love to dance, I love to sing,
yeah.
whatever.
And you don't even have to leave your home.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the technology is no, even if you don't like it, it's still amazing. I mean,
Right.
you have
Yeah,
to.
exactly. There's so much that you can do.
Yeah, and there's so much that VTubers are able to do now that if you don't
Mhm.
go on one of these streaming sites and find somebody that's entertaining you, you're not looking. Because there's somewhere somebody is streaming something that you're going to enjoy.
Right. There's always something for everyone,
Yeah, whether it's
which
whatever service
I
you're using.
yeah. I remember when I was on Irium, I was very much so like kind of a niche.
Hmm.
Like there was I wasn't like uh I was a very specific kind of person, and I still am.
Hmm.
Um most people knew me as, she likes Sonic. So it's still reigns true. But I have very like I think it, the advice that I would give to anyone starting out any form of VTubing or streaming
Hmm.
is whatever you like, whatever you think you are good at, just double down on that because someone out there will be interested in that.
Hmm.
Obviously, it's not going to be for everyone,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah,
someone will be interested in whatever specific talent you have, no matter how obscure it is.
yeah. And it's still going to come down to personality, though.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you could be the best Sonic player in the entire world, but if you have the personality of a trout gasping for air on the bank, it's not gonna work.
No, yeah, exactly.
And there's so
Um,
much. That's why I kind of compare it to the old radio days where we had to use our voice in a way to create what was going on in the person's mind.
right.
And
You have to make it entertaining
right,
somehow.
right, and even though you've got the um, avatar, you still have
Mhm.
to you still have to keep them in with the voice. Um,
Right, exactly.
yeah, and there's a lot of people are able to do that, and it's good for to see that so many people are getting that opportunity
Right.
to spread their wings a little bit with this.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
think I think VTubing is it's a wonderful outlet for people to express who they are.
Mm.
That's something that I really enjoy
Yeah.
about VTubing is like you don't have to worry about like I mean growing up I had really like a really hard time with social skills and stuff.
Right.
Um I've adapted since then
Hmm.
as an adult. But it's less stressful being able to like not have to worry about the body language or
Mm.
like you know if you say something that doesn't resonate with someone else getting like that vibe that oof I said something wrong from their body language.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You can easily like you know there's a barrier but it has pros and cons.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, the anonymity works both ways, in some
Yes,
instances,
exactly.
and that could be a pro or a con because I mean, people are always going to find there's always going to be somebody who's going to throw dirt in your Cheerios. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just there is.
yeah,
So people live for it. They're pathetic, but that's
I agree.
that's
It's having been in like a lot of, you know, I- it's especially in the community where I live, the cosplay community,
mm-hmm.
having been in it directly involved and witnessing a lot of like cosplay drama,
Mm.
it always just boils down to the most petty thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. We didn't have that in radio.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have that. We usually everybody got along really well, and once you got the bandages on, it was even better. And
That's that like I wish we were back in simpler times where like it was a matter of I know saying simpler times could mean so many different things. What I mean specifically is like simpler times of it didn't and I'm guilty of this because when I was younger, I definitely had some form of inferiority complex. Seeing other people doing the same thing as me, but doing it more successfully,
mm,
I was jealous of them. Obviously,
well, yeah.
I wouldn't like take it out on anyone, but that's something I would like suppress.
Mm,
But now, as an adult, seeing like people doing something that I want to do more successfully, it just makes me want to try harder.
yeah. And here's something. So right now with VTubing is that there still isn't a competition. There shouldn't be a competition
Right,
for the
right.
audience.
It should not be a like someone being better than someone else.
Yeah, yeah,
Everyone is on an even playing field.
yeah. And there isn't in radio. There was a pie to divvy up in the city because there's a finite number of audience, and everybody wanted a specific portion of that pie. We don't know how many people are in the pie yet for VTubing
Right,
yet, because the potential audience is 90% of the planet.
right, exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, and when somebody figures out how to market that, then we're going to start talking about if you can,
Exactly.
yeah, if you market for the same person in Japan the same way you do in Brazil, and it works both ways, then you're a genius, and you should be doing a lot.
Exactly.
So it's there's a lot more to be done about that. So there's no reason to be. I mean, besides just personality clashes, there's no reason to um, go and try to, you know, be directly confrontational
Right,
audience wise with
right.
people. Now,
It and I it's already just a and I'm saying this criticizing myself. It's already such a silly thing thinking like I think you're better than me and now I'm mad. So I'm going to take it on you. Like that's just like What are you doing? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah. Well, I've gotten over that, and I'm not at the point of everybody is better than me, so I'm just going to accept it.
Yeah, I've definitely been there, and you get to a point where you're like, I can admire these people, but realize that I am still worth something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love Alec, alluding to things because it helps me describe things. So everybody,
Right,
bear with me.
exactly.
I look at like a pro baseball player.
Hmm.
There are a lot of pro baseball players, semi-pro baseball players, and baseball players. A lot of really good ones. Even if you're in the top 1,000, that doesn't mean you're going to be a Major League Baseball player.
Exactly.
You could be a really good minor league player, or not a very good minor league player, but you're still better than 99% of the world. You know?
Whatever you're proficient in, go all into that.
Yeah.
It may not be the same achievement as someone else, but you need to give what you love your all.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it doesn't, if you don't, something with VTubing especially, I think there's always going to be a situation where you're going to have some people who have it as their jobs and are making money and making a living at it. You have some people who are just barely getting gas money a week.
Right.
You have some people who are on once a month. But it's
Yeah.
as long as they're enjoying it
Yeah, exactly.
and not hurting anybody else, what's the difference? So and that's an old man talking, so we have to listen. Um, that and to see so many people enjoying themselves with it is really heartening too.
Right.
There's so many tales of people who are awkward socially or didn't really think that people would want to spend time with them this way, and they realize that not only do they want to, they're going to keep coming back for you.
That was definitely me.
Mm.
When I was on Irium, I definitely had the mindset of like, well, I think I am boring because, when you're, yourself, you think everything you do is normal.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking like, hey, I don't know why people would want to come and listen to me. It evolved into I have regulars in my streams, and it like seeing people show up consistently means more than anyone could ever know.
Isn't it something? I mean,
It's amazing just thinking like I am entertaining these people to the point where they're like, I want to get more of this.
yes, I'm scheduling my life around it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
Like you're taking time out of your day for me.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, and it if you take it too much, it'll give you a pumpkin head like mine. But it'll if you take it with what it is. I've always looked at whether it's on the radio or doing this. I'm being invited into somebody else's home.
Right.
I'm the guest. So I'm going to try and entertain as best I can, be a good guest, and leave without, creating too much of a problem in the bathroom.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
because you won't be invited back if you do. And that's a big portion of this. But again, it's big enough too where your mileage may vary with anything I say about it.
Right.
Somebody could be an absolute, jerk, and
Mhm.
manage to be funny enough where they're not being seriously a jerk, but Don Rickles,
Right.
and they could do well. And more power to them.
Exactly.
If there's an audience for it, somebody wanted to see it. So,
There's an audience for everything, which is crazy.
well, it's a little scary.
Yes, definitely.
There's an audience for that.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Like watching cable back in the '80s, and you find a sports channel number 4, and it's duck pin bowling. People are watching this. Why?
Yeah, that reminds me of the scrolling on TikTok, seeing there's always someone every year who enters the can't remember exactly what it's called, but like the annual like competition to get their painting turned into a stamp.
Yeah.
And it's always like of a duck.
Yes.
That's such like a niche thing, but I watch the entire thing, one because I love birds,
Yes.
but two because like there's so much dedication that goes into that. And like, yeah, you go get on that stamp.
I am going to draw an auk. An auk? You mean like Australia? No, an auk, like the one that flies around and eats little rodents.
Yeah.
uh, the it's I just smile when you talk about liking birds because you would have liked it around here. Oh, it's Central Illinois is where I am,
Mhm.
and we had an escape of emus here. There was an
Oh
emu
no.
farm, and 13 of them escaped and ran into town. One of them hit a bus.
Oh no.
The bus was slightly damaged. The emu kept running. Um, I had to write it up at the police station where I work. Bus versus emu. That's what and they
Yeah.
managed to find 12 of them. The
Uh-oh.
the 13th one stayed out in the wild for 3 years.
Oh my god.
And can you imagine Illinois farmers going out at 5 o'clock in the morning and seeing an
An
emu
emu in their crops.
running
Yeah.
running away from them in the crop?
Yeah, emus are tough little guys. Little, you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
They're tanky.
I would love to have had bird watchers come up just so they could see they had a wild emu in Illinois.
That would have been
Does
crazy.
that count? Does that count? Well, he's living wild. They eventually did catch him though, which is too bad. I wanted him.
That's good.
I wanted him to keep going. I just didn't want to see any eggs out there. Oh no,
Yeah.
more than one got away. Uh, um, so when you got on and turned on the microphone for the first time as a VTuber, uh, were you, because of your background, was it comfortable for you, or did it take a while for you to get that comfort level?
So definitely I was not doing what I should have been doing.
Mm.
Um because I very like it's very easy for me to bounce off of each other like other people in conversation.
Right.
And when I started VTubing or just streaming in general, it was very like I have to make conversation with myself,
Mm-hmm.
especially if no one is chatting.
Yes.
I have to keep this entertaining somehow. And it took me a while to get to that point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but now it's to the point where I will narrate to myself, not even on stream. Like I will keep the streamer monologue going when I'm just playing a game by myself. Like it doesn't leave.
Well, uh, I have to admit that when I did some play-by-play work, and now when I watch sports, I'm doing the
Oh, yep.
play-by-play in my head as I'm watching the sports, and I hear myself making the call of whatever football, basketball, baseball, whatever, and I
Uh,
can't shake it.
occupational hazard, I guess.
Yes, yes, and I'm always so much better than the person actually doing it. I don't know how that works. Um, but you develop that ability, as you said, to kind of talk in circles and keep the
Yeah.
ball, afloat. um,
You gotta be able to keep it engaging
yeah.
to the point where like even if it's just utter nonsense,
Mm.
it's I think goodness gracious, their name is escaping me right now. Someone made a very good guide on like guidelines how to stream on Irium.
Mm.
And one of the main bullet points was keep talking. No matter what it is, just keep talking because silence will kill
Yeah.
your retention.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
And they'll it that type of streaming is so much one to one that one
yeah.
and one it's not nearly the same as like being on a Twitch because you're like one with an X number of people.
Right.
You've got so many different individual conversations going on that you have to be adept
Mm.
and be able to jump from one to the other because all of us people are needy and we want all your attention.
Definitely. I totally get that. Like even as a viewer for some like streamers, if I put a comment, I'm like, "Oh man, I really hope they see my comment." You know, like it's this like not need for validation, but desire for validation
Oh
and
yeah,
like acknowledgement.
yeah. You put down something you think is funny, you want them to say ah, so on. Yeah,
Exactly.
and but it's with the avatar. It tends to give people the chance, as you kind of mentioned, to be yourself without being yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
And you get to spread your wings and be maybe a little bit maybe say that thing you wanted to say when you were at your 9 to 5 job but couldn't.
Yeah, no. I so when I was working a technically graveyard shift,
Oh. Ooh.
it was 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Oh, I did that when
Uh
I was a kid. Oh, that's a terrible shift.
yeah, that job broke me. I had to quit. I
Mm.
was like crying at shifts.
Mm.
It it was like do that shift, go home, and then like pass out for 5 hours, wake up. I
Yeah.
didn't have time to stream,
No.
but I to make a long story short, I worked two parts of that job. Um, a different part of it before that, which was a different schedule,
Right.
and then I moved on to the graveyard shift later on.
Oi.
It was very uh I had time to stream on occasion,
Mm-hmm.
but it was so night and day, like being able to, go from having to be quote unquote normal with my coworkers to
Yeah.
being able to like, express myself to people who are like minded.
Yeah. Yeah. And or at the very least, be able to express yourself and not really worry so much that someone is going to be staring at you while you're doing it.
Right,
With a look
exactly.
like, what are you talking about? You just
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that was definitely my high school, middle school experience. Like being so uh like I grew up in a very small town.
Mm-hmm.
And in my school there were like 200 kids max.
Yep.
So if one person knew something, everyone knew something. So it was very obvious. Like, oh, that's Nye. She is she's the little awkward lady, which it was true. I mean, no one's well, not in everyone's case, but
Yeah.
especially in mine, you're not gonna be like your full potential in high school.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually you're not going to be. Uh,
Yeah,
I know I wasn't, which is probably good for everybody involved. But
yeah, yeah. If you're like if you're if you think your potential peaked in high school, that's disappointing. Like there's so much more to life that you can do.
yeah, yeah. Now that happens with some folks who are like big, big, super popular in school, but
Yep.
I never had to worry about
Yep.
that. So
Yeah, exactly.
most people remember about me in high school, I was there.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that case for me was like she was there, made some like weird comments, weird in a sense of like things that we didn't understand here and there,
Yeah.
and tried way too hard in English.
For me, it was just like, we didn't really hate him. Um, we just didn't really think about it very much.
Right, right.
Okay, that's fine. Move on. It's been a few years now. We'll move on. But I look at funny you bring up the high school stuff because I look at going to VTubing as going from like a high school to a college where you're still the same person and you're bringing
You just
everything
have a
with
lot
you.
more freedom.
Yeah, and they don't remember that you ripped your pants out in third grade reaching for a pencil.
Exactly.
You get to set the parameters now.
Yeah.
You're changing the game. You're changing the game board is different.
You get to like and not to say you couldn't do this the whole time, but it makes more sense in this time that you get to define who you are.
Yeah, yeah. And I can tell you, nobody cares that you were, third place in the spelling bee in eighth grade.
Exactly.
And they'll just ignore you or throw something at you. Make you pay for the pizza next time. That's how it works.
Exactly, yeah.
But it's
I think especially for Nye, in the sense of like, I based this entire character off of a series that I like so much, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
right.
It that allows me to, not only kind of play into a character, but also, put myself in there.
Yeah, yeah. You've grown into it, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a matter of like I have this character with lore
Mm-hmm.
that I can refer to every so often.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I don't put, and I know this is different for everyone. People can do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
I have no general opinion. If you want to play a character when you're VTubing, play a character. If you don't have to. That's the beauty of it. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
I personally just use this as like a way of being able to express myself.
Mm-hmm.
I I I think despite the fact that I do love acting, I want everything to be as authentic as possible. I try to be very transparent. Um, and sure, if I'm doing like scripted stuff, that's a different story.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in my posts, in my streams, and whatever I do, I want it to be as authentic as possible because I want people to know this is who you're getting.
Yeah.
I'm not like I'm not gonna switch up on you or anything like that. And actually, there was a time when I was in the corporation I was in where I realized I'm not performing as well as my gen mates are. Should I switch up what I'm doing? Should I put on a character? But that felt like going against what I stood for.
Yeah.
Because if people were gonna like me, I wanted them to like me for me.
Right.
I didn't want to develop like an identity crisis.
Yeah. Well, you can very quickly with it.
Yeah.
And there's some people who can do it, and more power to them.
Oh, absolutely.
You can
if you
keep
can
it going.
consistently hold up a character,
Yeah.
that's hard.
And you brought up a really interesting point about acting and authenticity because those two aren't mutually exclusive at all.
Right.
I mean, you can if I was going to do Abraham Lincoln, first of all, it would be stupid because I'm short and round. He was tall and thin. We both have facial hair, but I don't wear hats like that. I could do it authentically, and say the words that Abraham Lincoln said. Act the way he did it. That's authentic. If I'm on stage with a laser pistol blasting aliens, that's not authentic.
Exactly.
Might be fun, but it's not authentic.
Yeah. And again, like acting is a passion of mine. I enjoy performing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not at all dissing people who do put on a character. Like I said, very hard to consistently keep that up.
Oh yeah.
It's tiring.
Yeah, that's the reason why. there are people who get a. You see them on even in the movies on television. They have a really good part, and they are good at it. And after 2 seasons, they're tired of it.
Right.
They want to do something else. Doctor Who, Christopher Eccleston. And, yeah, you did a good job with it. Now I want to do something else.
Yeah, yeah.
And the money brings them back sometimes, but when you're at this level, it's like, oh wow, I really don't want to be the king of the Atlantic Ocean anymore. I want to I want to do something else. And
I can only. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
I can only imagine people who have played a character consistently for such a long time, um, either absolutely adoring the character that they play and wanting to continue with this,
Hmm.
or they've played that character so much that they're like, I'm exhausted. I never want to touch this character ever again. And
Oh yeah.
that's happened to me
Mm.
in some like theater productions I've done.
Yeah.
Like it being I my most recent role was the Cheshire Cat in an Alice in
Ooh.
Wonderland
Oh.
musical.
Give us a grin.
After
Give us a grin.
uh,
I can see it from here,
yay!
but that's all I can see for some reason.
No, after like on occasion the song I had to sing
Yeah.
will get stuck in my head and I'm like, nope, shutting that down. I do not want to remember that because it was over and over and over again. It was
Yes.
just like, not that I hated doing it. It was just like so repetitive that I don't want to think about it
Oh
again.
yes, yes. Yeah, it's like me and Taylor Swift songs.
Mm.
I worked at 2 light rock stations, and
That'll do it.
every hour and a half, whatever the current song was going to come up again, and I was going to hear it again.
Yeah. No, I get that. Working at a supermarket, you hear the exact same playlist
Mm,
over and over.
yeah, yeah. It's oh my gosh, and my coworker right now does like Taylor Swift, and they play it, and I start cringing, like a dog that's been hit by a newspaper. Like, no, please.
It's yeah, I like hearing what song was it? I think it was Party in the USA
Oh
by
God,
Miley Cyrus
yes.
over and over again. Like sometimes I would hear the same song twice within the hour.
Yes, yes.
It oh
Yeah, yeah. But did you ever see the bit that was on? They did Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young doing "Party in the USA."
oh no.
It was one of the late night guys,
Mhm.
not Kimmel, um, the guy from Saturday Night Live who did all the voices.
Mm.
Yeah, it was really good. It was
Ugh.
really, it was stupidly good, better than it should have been.
There was a time where like while I was working at that job, I got into my friend's car on 2 different occasions, and the first song playing as soon as I got in was "Party in the USA." I feel like I'm being stalked by that song.
Did they
I
know?
can't escape it.
Were they playing a CD and they just knew that you hated that song?
No, it was the radio. That's the worst part.
We're following you. We know.
Ugh.
Yeah, or there's just some songs that immediately as soon as I hear it now, just like, no, please turn it off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. My sister uh, used to play Blondie songs all the time,
Mm,
and I like Blondie now, but back then it was every morning at 6 o'clock,
right.
and I'm just coming in from work. Please stop. I have to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up. My dad had a very wild, like it was a very diverse music taste.
Yeah.
One that he still consistently plays is he's not very well known. John Prine.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard John
Um,
Prine. Yeah.
yeah. So I know a couple John Prine songs just because of my dad. Um, we'd like when I was younger, my mom worked a lot more than my dad did, so I'd be under my dad's care, and if we'd ever go somewhere, I'd be subjected to whatever he was playing.
Yeah.
Um, and it's second nature at this point. It's not my personal music taste, but if I hear it, I'm like, oh, I know that song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just lucky. My parents were both into older country music like Johnny Cash and
Mm,
that bunch. So
yeah,
yeah, I can.
that's the thing with me. When I say I don't like country music, I mean newer country music.
Yeah, yeah.
I absolutely adore like actually, fun fact, my great grandfather was in the Swing Hall of Fame at
Ooh.
some point for being a fiddle player.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's something you
Um
don't hear anymore is country swing.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
it.
I
Yeah.
ugh.
That was that. That's I have a an uncle of mine's in like the Illinois Country Music Hall of Fame. He never got to play. He played in Nashville, but never got to do the Opry, which would have just been the best thing.
Yeah.
But and night and bluegrass, that stuff I'll listen to all day.
Mhm.
But if you play a modern country song, I'm quite liable to stomp the radio out of the car
Yeah. Yeah.
and say, "Well, you're just no." If I hear a modern rap song, I'm just as easy to stomp it out of the car. But
There
Queen,
there's some that are good to me, but like it's a matter of I do personally think like older generations of music are better than newer. I know some people would hardly not hardly harshly disagree with me.
you are very
Um
right.
Yeah, no, I think it's because I grew up listening to my dad's music.
Mm,
It was very much so like kind of just ingrained
yeah,
into my brain to like older music.
yeah. It's and it doesn't help if you're exposed to something all the time and it just even a good song is going to wear on you if you hear it twice an hour every day.
Yeah,
There's not
definitely.
much you do about that. But the thing with what you're trying to do with streaming is you want to be a habit, but not an obsession.
Yes, yes, definitely. Um,
It's there's still a fine line to walk sometimes um, between that. And have you had to walk that line?
so I definitely have a terrible habit of getting way too invested in things that I enjoy.
Mm,
Um, I it's a matter of like I will and it's I acknowledge that this is a problem that I have because people will be like, "Oh, you need to watch this. Oh, you need to watch this." And I tell them, "I want to. I know that if I do watch that, it will consume my entire life." um so I have to like do everything in small doses. Which is why I honestly, I've been lucky in the sense that streaming has not gotten to that point. I will like periodically plan, oh, I want to do this and I want to do this, but thank God I haven't gotten to the point where I'm like, oh boy, I want to stream,
yeah,
like yes, I have gotten to the point where I'm like I want to stream multiple times in a day,
yeah.
but it's never like honestly, I this is a fault of mine. When I'm making my schedules for the next week, I'm like, gosh, what am I gonna do this week? Like I do not plan ahead. Whatever I make on my schedule is in that moment.
Yeah. I'm lucky that were able to get this planned.
Yo, no. If I have prior obligations, that's priority number one. But if it's like I have to stream on these days, what am I gonna do?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I see. With me and scheduling these, I schedule them all over the place, and there's times when I can't make it. There's times when the guests can't make it. That's why
Right.
I don't ever put out like this is going to come up in 2 weeks. Well, life happens
Right.
between now and then, so
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I don't want to put people out, and I and you're going to have to come back sometime because
Really?
because this has gone way too fast. Um,
Yeah, definitely.
and
I would love to come back.
please do. And folks, we're going to have all of the links that we've been able to get for Nye up on the description for this video.
Oh, yay.
Check out what Nye Mera has got going on, because they're a chimera and they could probably eat you if they don't.
Well,
It's
I mean, I
yeah,
could,
see,
but I'm not gonna.
yeah,
Don't worry about
yeah,
that.
like I supposed to trust a chimera and all that stuff. I played Dungeons and Dragons as a kid. I know how those things work.
Well, I mean.
Your reputation precedes you. Thanks so much for coming on. Just absolute
Yeah,
pleasure.
thank you for having me. Anytime.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.